Hi, my name is Dr. Jennifer Daniels, and this is episode 2 of Food Facts. And that's spelled P-H-A-C-T-S because, well, facts are not always facts. This food is what I would call harm reduction type food. Many people are trying to eat healthy, and so what they decide is they pick certain foods that may not be perfect, but are kind of better than what they have been eating. Or they'll take a healthy version of what they have been eating and switch to that. Just kind of incrementally improving your diet. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with this. I personally think you have to start where you are and just kind of move in a positive direction. And so to understand this food fact, I have to tell you a little story. My husband lost 105 pounds just by changing the way he eats. Now, since he's lost 105 pounds, I've decided, okay, honey, we can allow a few things in the house that maybe we didn't before. And so one thing he really, really likes is mayonnaise. And he has a favorite brand of mayonnaise, and that's the only brand that he likes. So that's the one I get. Let me show you. This is Hellmann's real mayonnaise, and he just loves it. Now, Hellmann's mayonnaise is not the perfect health food, but what the heck, he's lost 105 pounds, he's keeping it off. We can indulge a little mayo habit. And so this has soybean oil, not perfect, but soybean oil, water, whole eggs, egg yolks, some salt, some sugar, lemon juice, and calcium EDTA, preservative, of course, and some natural flavors. Okay, so this is the mayonnaise that we now allow in our house. Now, one thing I always tell people is if you're going to eat processed food of any kind, when you eat it in a restaurant setting, it is always, always less healthy. In other words, it's always more harmful. This is because restaurants and public food places have to preserve the food over a period of several hours. Whereas at home, maybe you'll make your sandwich with mayo, slap your mayo on, and put the mayo back in the refrigerator, and then you'll eat your sandwich. That's not what happens in a restaurant. In a restaurant, they have a vat of mayo that they slap on sandwiches as they make them, and they do this throughout the day. Obviously, if they used mayonnaise that required refrigeration, then what would happen? You guessed it. The mayonnaise would become compromised probably 3 or 4 hours into the workday. So we have Hellmann's here. This is industrial Hellmann's. There we go. Can you see that? Yeah. Hellmann's mayo. Great. And this is over 3 kilograms. Now, what we figured was we were spending a lot of money buying these itty-bitty things of mayo. And this is like 1/8 the size of the large one. But it's 1/2 the price. So it's quite a bit more expensive. So I said, well, honey, let's get the larger industrial strength one at our store down the street that sells things in big quantity. I said, oh, okay. So we got this. And I noticed that it was sitting out. It was not refrigerated. So we got home, and I figured I would take the top off and check it. And the top was very loose. And I opened it up, and I looked at it. I looked inside. It was not spoiled. There was no mold. There was no smell of bacteria eating it. So let me show you just how nice and pure this is. Can you see that? Yeah. Not at all spoiled. So no bacteria, no parasite, no organism has seen fit to eat this mayonnaise. And it's been sitting on a shelf at the store for 4 months. I know this because in this country you have to put a date at which the mayonnaise was manufactured. So subtract the manufacture date from today's date. It's 4 months. So it's been sitting 4 months without refrigeration. Now, sitting without refrigeration for 4 months and it has not spoiled. How do I know? My husband tasted it and told me it tastes just fine. And this stuff says requires refrigeration. So what's the difference? Well, huge difference. Again, a lot of people who are doing harm reduction, incrementally improving their health, they'll say, you know what? I'm not eating MSG. I may eat sausage. I may eat bread, but I'm not eating MSG. And that's pretty much where my husband is with things. So what is in this special mayo made just for institutions and for for professionals, I guess professional food preparation centers. And lo and behold, this has MSG, monosodium glutamate. It has BHT. Now, the important thing about BHT is it has a benzene ring. And if you're into chemistry at all you know is if it's got a benzene ring, pretty much causes cancer. So there's the end of there you go with that. And this has modified cornstarch in it, and sodium benzoate. So this has the industrial strength for professionals, for restaurants, has quite a few health damaging additives that the smaller version, which requires refrigeration, sold for domestic use or use in your house, does not have. And this is the reality about eating at restaurants. Even at high-end restaurants where food might be fresher, maybe they have more organic food, they still, of necessity, have to resort to many food flavorings and seasonings that contain more chemicals than the version that you might be using at home. So this is Dr. Jennifer Daniels with Food Facts. This concludes another episode, and please visit me at vitalitycapsules.com, and I welcome your comments below. Thank you.